Hello, alchemists! Thanks for joining me, Lonehawk, for this episode of Road to Mythic, deck tech and gameplay for Magic: The Gathering, Arena, Alchemy, Best of One. We'll go through the strategies and synergies of the build, then demonstrate them on the ladder. I'll wrap up with a quick review and look forward. If you want to support the channel, you know the drill. Please like, comment, and subscribe. With that, let's get to the deck. Today's deck I'm calling Overcooked in honor of the card that inspired it. It's a new Mythic enchantment from the Wilds of Eldraine Alchemy set, and it has some cool effects. It first makes players unable to gain life, and then at the end of your turn, either creates a food if you haven't triggered Celebration, or if you have, it creates a copy on the battlefield of the Food Fight enchantment, which is artifacts you control have 2, sacrifice this artifact. It deals damage to any target equal to 1 plus the number of permanents named Food Fight you control. So when I saw that card, I thought if it would work in the framework of the Foods combo deck with Peregrin Took and Experimental Confectioner. The idea being that Peregrin Took, you can sacrifice 3 foods and draw a card, and if you have your Experimental Confectioner in play, it will create a 1/1 black rat token for each food sacrificed, which in turn, with Peregrin Took's ability, creates 3 more food tokens. Lather, rinse, repeat until you have all the rats you need to destroy your opponent. So, it took some experimentation, but this is what I came up with. We've got, to start off with, we've got in the way of lands, Restless Cottage, which gives us some mana smoothing with black and green mana, but more importantly, it can become a 4/4 black and green creature that generates a food token when it attacks. That's going to come in really handy. I'm also using what I consider to be the best card in the Wilds of Eldraine Alchemy set, which is Captivating Crossroads. This, you can choose a color, like the Forsaken Crossroads a few sets back, and it generates mana of the chosen color. And it is nice in that it is not a tap land unless you are the starting player and it is the first 3 turns of the game. So most of the time when you're playing this, it is an untapped land, which is crucial. Then, supporting the combo, we have food generators, Tough Cookie, which is just the workhorse of the deck. It generates a food when it enters the battlefield. It can turn your foods and other artifacts into 4/4 creatures for the turn, and you can sacrifice it for it is a food itself, so you can sacrifice it to gain life and also to food fight. We've got Assemble the Team to go and find our elements. We've got Lord Skitter to generate tokens, which in turn will hopefully generate more food tokens from Peregrin Took. We've got First Little Pig, which I'm using for enchantment and artifact control. This one is a little bit nicer than Haywire Might in that it can target any artifact and any enchantment, not just non-creature ones. And it does not die. You don't have to sacrifice it to destroy or to exile those artifacts or enchantments. One of the things I ran into on playtesting was that the One Ring and other artifacts and enchantments often just shut down the deck. So I put this in as a great way to get past one or two of them. This is also a new card from the Wilds of Eldraine Alchemy set. Then to protect our creatures, we have Royal Treatment, which gives a target creature hexproof until end of turn and creates a Royal Roll token, which is great for triggering Celebration on Overcooked and also generating more tokens through Peregrin Took. We've got the Delighted Halfling, not only to accelerate, but to make our legends like Peregrin Took and Lord Skitter uncounterable. I've got one copy of Spiteful Hexmage, just a good one drop that can that's instant celebration, just for 1 mana. Also, it can come in big if you've got somewhere else to dump the Cursed Roll token. And for removal, I'm using Annihilating Glare. It goes well with the deck in that we almost always have a rat or a food token to sacrifice to make this cheap. And by the time... and then we have Food Fight, which is our alternate win condition, and also a source of great removal. Once you get this down with a couple of food tokens, you can start removing their creatures, and ultimately it becomes an alternate win condition with multiple copies just doing direct damage to the opponent. Finally, I've got one copy of Knight of the Sweet's Revenge, which is a 4-mana enchantment, 3 and a green, that creates a food token and gives your food tokens the ability to tap 4 green mana. This pairs with Food Fight to be a direct damage win condition, in that all of a sudden you have both the mana and the ammo to do a lot of damage, especially if you got a couple of copies of Food Fight down. Alternately, if you've got a wide board, you can also sacrifice this to give +X to all your creatures, where X is the number of foods you control. Lots of different ways to win with this deck. That's why I'm having such a good time with it. I also like that you don't have to get to the 2-card combo to win with it a lot of the time. Players on the ladder know this deck now, and whenever they see Experimental Confectioner or Peregrin Took, they become high priority targets. So it's great to have other ways to control the board and win. Let's get to the gameplay, because I'm excited to show you how this works out. All right. We got a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Seems pretty great. And we are on the draw, so that's good. Interesting. Don't see the Grey Havens much. They like what they scry. Okay. Gotta think counterspell here. Want the forest, we want mountain, want crossroads. We really don't care, do we? Yeah, we can. Let's first First attack. Looks like they're doing something here. Oh, gotcha. No blocks. Okay, they again have open mana. What do we want to do here? Do we want to risk the Confectioner? I think so. In that case, we can do the forest. No attacks. It lands, so it looks like maybe no counter spells. Expect to see things like reinforcements, rapid reinforcements. I forget the name of the card. White, 2 mana. Ooh, exile. Okay. No blocks. Let's do... It doesn't really matter, I guess black. And... bring that out. I guess green would have been a better choice. Pay one, not to pay one. Bring out food fight. And no attacks. Don't know that our combo is going to be fast enough to go off on. No block still. Can draw. Get another Confectioner. I think we want the wastes. And so, yeah. Let's start sacking these. How bad shape are we in? I think it makes more sense to gain life than to... It is any target, so we can actually destroy the knight. Yeah, let's do that. And we get a +1/+1 counter, and we get a rat, and no attacks. They looking at destroying that? Yeah. Well, that's nice. Now they're like, oh, he sees it coming, and just, yeah. So we would have to destroy them both, or use them both there. Okay, resolve. So we don't have to worry so much about that happening. So, yes. What if we turn that into an artifact? I like that. Ew, that took I took damage from that. Alright. Next two attackers. Let's send those. Yeah, and they're gonna let me do it. Cool. We do have the problem we will have to block. Alright, we'll end turn. They gain life. It's an interesting game, at least. Still don't like our chances. We can turn that second little pig into a 5/5 flyer. Yep. That's all they get to do. That's pretty awesome. Sends that. They considering doing both? No. Okay. Go ahead and do that. I think we do want to sacrifice the food. Yep. Gaining life. Don't want to go down to 1. Don't want the land. The scry is nice. Alright, and draw down to 4. Resolve. Okay. Well, actually, cancel. Now let's forget that it's on Tough Cookie instead of that. And next combat. Might as well all attack. Because tomorrow we die. 9, 11, 13, 15. They block that. We can sack that artifact, target them. We get a +1/+1 counter. Don't know that that matters. Oh, so close. And they draw a card. Good game. Well, that was fun. Still isn't what I would call working. Okay, that's got good control. We'll be looking for black. Let's assume that we're going to find it. We are on the draw. Seed core. Cool. So Phyrexian's coming. Then the tough cookie. Get the food token. Facing white in the seed core. Is this a poison deck? Oh, it certainly is. Alright. For this turn. And we've kind of based ourselves out. Yeah. We do really need to destroy the contaminator, so. Sack the food. I may have to try Boros for a food fight. Yeah? Another contaminator back at it. Yoki dokie. Yeah. We can't do both. Actually, Skitter is better here. Get rid of the bloated contaminator. No attacks. We could gang block the contaminator instead of taking two. Well, wait, nope. We can get Skitter back. Fortunately, no blocks. Yeah, and we are... Oops, that's right. Been a while since I actually was using that. I think we've got to get rid of that first. And that's the heart attack versus the cancer. No attacks. Nice thing about the sentry is you can block it with the tough cookie and then actually sacrifice the cookie to food fight. But that doesn't matter now. We will, yep. Confectioner. We want them both as blockers, no attacks. Good having this. The Rock Priest. One of them gets flying. Wonder if they have Surge of Salvation. Well, you've got two cuts at it. So let's yeah, let's do this one first. No, that's awesome. And I think that we want to do Virtue of Persistence on that one. And now they can't attack. No attacks. Well, they can't attack as we have it currently. Oh. And they just do the same thing again. I feel like Charlie Brown trying to kick the football. Ooh. Yeah, I'll do that. And now we have 6. So we'll do that. We will kill the Cleansing Raptor with the food token. Get another guy there. That's right, we can sacrifice that as well. Next to combat. Next to attackers. We'll send her out. Now if they try and eliminate Tough Cookie or Food Fight, we can and we don't want you to get flying. Notice that it was at the beginning of combat. Okay, Food Fight is actually turning out to be pretty darn good in this match. And now we can actually with everyone. Yay! They have seen enough. This looks like a nice little curve here. And we're on the play, so we can actually bring Sir Ginger out first. Can go after him right away. Not sure Sir Ginger is the best choice for this deck. Let's swing. Like this little thing. Oh, they had a chance to respond to that. I think they just resolved. They had been thinking. They can go after the enchantment. Red. We are gonna have to be quick. guess the next one is probably black. I don't think I've got any. I don't have any double red in the deck. All forest. Well, that's good. Yeah. I don't feel like this is the time to... Yep, they are going to destroy it. That's actually not bad for us. I mean, this is looking like a loss. What is the frillback gonna do? Ooh. That's a no box. I think the Shire probably makes sense. Next. Yeah, that's the one I want to destroy. Nothing too exciting in the grave right now, but we definitely want to do this. We will sack an artifact or creature. Good game. Yeah, that one wasn't going to get better. Seeing a need for enchantment destruction. What pack did I get? Oh, I got that one. Okay. I should probably play with this build and see if I can get it a little bit smoother. Getting Overcooked going really does gives you just a ton of removal, which can be really fun. But it does take some time to spool up, so maybe taking out Dunbarrow Revivalist, even though you've got a lot of bargain in there that can pull things back out of the graveyard. A lot of the time, you don't have anything in the graveyard, so we'll get rid of that. Annihilating Glare did its job. Don't know that Evolved Sleeper or Spiteful Hexmage. Spiteful Hexmage was alright. It is Celebration in itself, so I think we'll leave that in there. I don't know that Evolved Sleeper was great. Delighted Halfling came in handy. I don't think we need 4 copies of Royal Treatment. There were some times that it became a dead card in the deck. Tough Cookie is good. Assemble the Team. I think making a second copy of that would be good for this deck. Sir Ginger I think I may take out. It is a food. It can grow, which is nice, but it just isn't terribly reliable. Lord Skitter, we may need to craft more. I don't think I have any more. And honestly, our 3 slot is pretty darn full. Virtue of Persistence. I think we've got better removal. It can be nice. The life gain does not always work. It's opposed to Overcooked, so I think take that out. And then filling in, I think more Annihilating Glare makes sense. We also need some enchantment removal, so I'm tempted to go with. Let's go with First Little Pig. It'll nicely misdirect some folks. And maybe we'll go with 3 of that. So that's, I think, what I would go with. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know if you try the deck, how it works out, and let me know what you would like to see in the comments. Thank you for watching all the way through. That really supports the channel. If you want to do more, please like and subscribe. And until next time, may your day turn golden. Kind of cool. I've got no red, but no red cards either. And I've got both pieces of combo. So definite keep on this one. Play the tap land first. Up against some version of white. We're gonna play the red to play the Tough Cookie. They're gonna ossify it right off the bat. Go a cow. So it's now going to take 5 to play Peregrin Took. Probably. Yep. That's fine. We will We'll play the Confectioner. Another food token. We did not get a Peregrin. We will then take... We will take Overcooked. Still pretty happy with how it's going. 2/2 double striker, nothing to sneeze at. Do we want to do Overcooked? Can't. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. We get a rat off of that, too. Oh, they're going to save it. And we can actually sack it. Double Overcooked. No, this is not going to get better anytime soon. So... Well, we get to deny him that for another time. Down to 8. We could really use a land right now. Let's hope that they both go to hit Kobakan. Works for me. You got it. Now they've got the Light Shield Array. Yay! Doesn't do a ton for me yet, but we will make that green, I guess. And I can force the block. You are going to take at least 15 next turn. Yep, we're going to try that. They can't gain life. So we get a food fight. So we actually don't want the second food fight. Well, yeah. Next to combat, creates a creature. Yeah, that's fine. Next to attackers, no attack. End turn. Good win against a credible deck. A lot of threes. I'd love to see something earlier than turn 3. We'll try it. Might not be the one we want to keep. See what we're up against. Let's show red. Looks like, and I'll do Restless Cottage because it's the tap land and we're not doing anything this turn. Oop. They probably take the Confectioner. No, they take Skitter. I'll bring out the Confectioner. Presumably they're going to destroy that too. Yep, Abzan. Okay. Yeah, might as well play the Juggernaut. Ooh, Jewel Mine Overseer. Welcome, Snow White. Do we want to run the... Yeah, I think let's run the land out. Take a damage. Swing for 9. They double block the land. Okay. That definitely... Good card. I swing for 2. That's a spendy way to cycle a card. Alright, and then we will Halfling and Overcooked. Brings a food fight into the battlefield. Yeah, we'll let them attack. I did that in the wrong order. So, yeah. If he blocks the tough cookie, he's just dead. And if you don't kill me this turn, you're just dead. I think I've underestimated Overcooked. Just a matter of getting it into play and getting rolling. Fair enough. Good game. Okay. On the play, yeah, we'll keep this. We'll make that black. Opponent also has a tap land, that's fine, that's good. Alright, we will swing. Actually, let's play the forest first. And Confectioner. Create the food, eat a removal spell. Blot Out is nice in that it's untargeted. Swing again. Wonder if they're gonna have a bunch of those. Honestly, we are more than happy to eat them up with that. The exiling isn't so nice. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty nice hit. And we can protect ourselves from targeted removal for 1 life. Yep, there's the ring. Don't think we mind that too much. We'll play another Restless Cottage. And we will just mark time. They have 6 mana. Alright, and that is pretty much game. Good game. Okay, thanks for joining me. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching so far into the video. If you watched this far, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear what you would like to see, what you liked about the video, what you didn't like, and requests for decks or whatever you'd like to see from the channel. This is a really flexible deck, and I think there are a lot of different options of things that you could put in into the framework if you're running up against consistent things, consistent blocks, or consistent trouble. So I put those in the sideboard. Instead of Spiteful Hexmage, you could try Warehouse Tabby. This also creates rat tokens, and it also can gain Death Touch to make it a little bit better blocker for you. And it's an easy sacrifice to Annihilating Glare. Next, Haywire Might. If you don't have First Little Pig, Haywire Might performs almost exactly the same role. In fact, I'm considering running one of each, because First Little Pig becomes a lightning rod and often gets hit by the end, exiles all your copies, and all of a sudden you have no enchantment removal and no hope of it. So yeah, I may split those up to kind of compartmentalize and make the deck more resilient to the end and other exile removal. Brave the Wilds. This can smooth your mana base out and can turn, especially the Restless Cottage, into a creature permanently, which has its advantages and disadvantages, but it certainly makes it easier to pump out a bunch of food tokens if you have board control. Along the same vein, for mana smoothing, you could run many partings. In fact, the deck list that I started from with this for this deck used 4 copies of many partings, because mana smoothing and creating a food token at the same time. Gingerbrute, great card. I really like this card. It's a common, and it's neat in that it's an artifact. It's a food. It's can't be blocked by creatures with haste if you pay 1 mana, and it can be sacrificed for life. It can be thrown with food fight. Definitely a potential replacement for other 1-drops. Lord Skitter's Blessing would be a good replacement for Assemble the Team. If you happen to have one but not the other, it gives you Celebration right off the bat, because you get the enchantment and then you get to put the Wicked Roll token on a creature you control, and then as long as you have a enchanted creature, you lose 1 life and draw a card at the beginning of your draw step. Sir Ginger, another food artifact that's also a creature. Sir Ginger is interesting. I tried it with this deck and found I didn't like it, but then I'm reconsidering, because whenever you sacrifice food, this creature is going to get +1/+1. So if you have Sir Ginger out when you trigger your combo, it is going to become huge, and that could be a win condition right there. And all the other stuff applies. You can sacrifice it to food fight. You can sacrifice it to gain life. It gains life equal to its power, so if you've boosted it up, I'd be interested in hearing if any of you try it out and how it works. Diabolic Intent. It would be a good replacement for Assemble the Team. Its mana is the same cost, but not as strict requirements, and it searches your whole deck. Only drawback is you have to sacrifice a creature, which, if you've got some rats out, that is not a problem. Bitter Reunion. One of the drawbacks of the combo is you have to wait a turn for it to go off completely. This would give your creatures haste, so you can swing with the rats right away. Similarly, Rising of the Day would do the same thing. It would also give your creatures haste every turn, so that's a potential benefit. Be interested also in this one if it would help out with the win rate, or if the card is just I'd be interested in hearing if anyone tries this out and how it works, if it's worth giving up a card slot for the ability to end the game on the turn you get the combo. Another option for the tutorine is Beseech the Mirror. It's got the bargain mechanic, so you can sacrifice a food to it, you can sacrifice the rats to it, or any of the enchantments in a pinch. You can get your combo piece from anywhere in the deck and cast it. So that definitely has an advantage on Assemble the Team. Shieldred, an option because you're playing black and Shieldred is just that good. It does have antagonism with the Overcooked card because all of a sudden you can't gain life when you draw cards, but you can still hurt your opponents with it. So, and if no discussion of Shielded would be complete without at the possibility of using the One Ring. Again, you'd have to work out the life loss with the Overcooked and the no possibility of gaining life back, unless you bargained it to Beseech the Mirror, perhaps. And the last possible card that I have for you to consider is Song of Totentans. This can also get you more rats to create more food tokens, and in a pinch it can be cast for where X is 0 to give haste to all your creatures on that turn that you trigger the combo. So yeah, again, you don't have to wait until the next turn to win. That's all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Until next time, I'm Lone Hawk, and may your day turn to gold.